All right, let's see if Scabbers info Ashra Doji. So we do get the age, blood type is X, confirmed observation and armament hockey. See, now with these, like they never spoil anything. So just cause like Conquerors is not confirmed for anybody doesn't mean they don't have Conquerors. Izo's bounty is pretty high too, 510. I don't think, did I expect, 510 is very reasonable for him, I think. That puts him above like an Oven and Daifuku, which I think makes sense, considering the clout of the Whitebeard pirates. If Izo's already 5'10", I just feel like the rest of the crew should be a little higher. You feel me? You feel me? He's Whitebeard's commander, exactly, yeah. But like, he wasn't like a, you would probably consider like a Vista, Ace, and Marco a lot higher, right? Ace was around 500, so he's a little below Ace, just 40 below. But yeah, Izo 5'10", I think is good. I don't think anybody's gonna get too mad about that. So we do also get the name of Kandro's fruit, the Fude fruit, and his blade is named the Tsuji Shibai. Doesn't have a rank of grade. Can you imagine? That was like a great grade blade. We have Raizo's fruit as well. Do we know his fruit? No, we didn't. I don't think we full on knew his fruit, because there was that conversation of like when Raizo was using his stuff, people were like, is that ninjutsu or is that his fruit? So it is confirmed he actually does have a devil fruit. That's actually pretty big, because we thought that was like legit ninjutsu. Shinobu's fruit is the Juku mature. I think we knew that one. Kinemon's fruit we already knew as well. I wonder, like, how did they get all these devil fruits? Right, we know Kandro gets from Orochi. Like, how did these three fruits come about? You know what I mean? Because they don't even realize it's like their actual devil fruit powers. That could be theory territory, you know? Where are they getting these fruits from in Wano, but without also knowing it either? Plus we had those other two old geezers that had those fruits, but then somehow they got out of Wano. We have info about their egg? Hold on. Let's go back to this. So, oh, wait. You're right. She died at 36 years old. That's pretty big. Like, most people are talking about the bounty, but Toki dying here is pretty big. Toki's death confirmed. It looks like it from what we see here. 77 years ago, born in Logtown. 52, famous as one of the rookies. Ooh. Was this is when Brook. This is when Brook mentioned him, I think, right? So this is when 77 to 52, 25 years old, which is why, like, what Luffy and gang are doing is so impressive. Like, think about how long it took Roger to get to Lodestar. It took him, was that 38 years? This is also pretty big. We never knew when he arrived at Lodestar exactly. I don't think. They fight the Rocks Pirates afterwards. And then 10 years later, he gets a terminal disease. Wow. 2 years later, he gets Oden to join his crew. Conquered the Grand Line, became the king of the pirates in just the next year, and then a year later surrendered himself. Man, this is the interesting part right here. The timeline here: Lodestar Island, destroy the Rocks Pirates with Garp and God Valley. This being so close to each other, I feel like it's like somehow connected almost, because Lodestar is mysterious, man. The Roger Pirates are still the only crew to get there, but they don't need like poneglyphs to get there. Why has nobody else reached that island? The egg. The giant egg on the Oro Jackson ship hadn't hatched when Roger landed, and then? What's that even mean? All right, more info about Blackbeard, Shanks, and Whitebeard. Shanks loves hats. You gotta have from Roger and wears all the time. And it looks like he was wearing something other than the straw hat. So he has a new hat now. Shanks' fight with Buggy, which is colder between North Pole and South Pole, lasted for a long time and not just one scene. Okay, that's a fun thing, I guess. Do you think we'll ever get to like the North Pole and South Pole? In two-piece they will go, yes. Young Whitebeard's bounty is not marked as his closing bounty, so implies him at 48 was not worth 5 billion yet. Wow. So yeah, the man kept climbing. It was stated Whitebeard was the most powerful pirate in the world when Oden joined the crew. However, the Viva card also mentions the great pirate Whitebeard, who stands on equal footing with Roger. Yeah, I mean, I think those two are top two. It's like the MJ and LeBron, just standing side to side there. You could go one or the other, can't really go wrong. The only reason Rogers became the Pirate King is because Whitebeard didn't care. Like, Whitebeard did not give a damn. He just wanted a family. More info about Revolutionary. Okay, so we got bounty for, this is a big Viva card, man. We got bounties for these guys too. It's interesting that these bounties are kind of low, right? Because we have a lot of speculation about Dragon being the most wanted man. I even said in a recent video that I think he'll have the highest bounty ever. Which, like, realistically he should, right? He's directly going up against the world government. But Sabo's only 600,000, and you're looking at these guys. Bello Betty is actually the highest. That's kind of wild. I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed Karasu probably, just based off his Devil Fruit abilities. But Bello Betty, 457 berries. Born in the East Blue. Okay, we got another beast from the East. Limburg, 37, 314,000. So Morley's the lowest. Interesting. Limburg, I think, is part of Mads. I think it would make sense for Limburg to be part of Mads. So Revolutionary Army, I kind of expected this based off of Sabo's bounty, but I feel like they should be higher. Even he sees his friends as slaves. I think Kuma, okay, he stays objective and calm. So that's good, right? Hopefully he was able to calm Sabo down, and I still kind of buy the theory that Kuma was the one that died. Maybe Limburg was the one to actually kill Kuma, because he seems to be the calm and collected one. Roger's sword is named Ace. It's one of the 12 Supreme Grade swords. Ace, yeah, I think makes sense, you know? Marco the Phoenix. Got a bounty 1.3. I did not see this coming. I was legit, you saw my bounty predictions. I was fully confident that Marco was gonna have a 2 billion. But it does make sense. In the story, they said that Luffy is the highest bounty in the Alliance. What do you guys think King is? Low-key, I have a feeling King might beat Marco here. I feel like King's like 1.4, 1.5. So Marco being 1.3, he might lose, and that could make way for the Zoro fight. Can't use bounty to judge strength, but you would think Marco, the right hand of Whitebeard, essentially, should have a lot of clout as well, no? Then like, shouldn't that be a factor? Whitebeard had the highest bounty of any active pirate before, essentially after Roger died, right? So like, where's the clout coming from for King? I still have very high hopes for King. When Oda finally decides, let me give him some screen time, King is gonna show out. Personally, I wish it was higher, but I still think Marco's badass and everything, so it doesn't change his character too much for me. King and Queen Bounty might be like Zoro. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, and I really like that idea, because they were introduced at the same time as well. But yeah, let's move on to Marshall D. Teach here. Observation and armament. See, this is like, we don't know if he has Conquerors. Like, they're not gonna confirm Conquerors in a Viva card. So don't worry about Conquerors not being listed. He likes to gamble, study history. Interesting, okay. We know he knows his stuff, that's for sure. He definitely knows his stuff. Kobe, observation armament. Stated his observation haki is sophisticated enough to estimate someone's strength from even the slightest interactions. We kind of already knew that. He has very good observation haki. Kazuki Odin. He was born 59 years ago, and through his nurse. What a legend. What a sentence. Imagine there was this no note here, right? Take out this note. He was born 59 years ago, and through his nurse. Just came out and just tossed her ass. Man just came out and was like, get the fuck out of here. Oda's a kid who beat Plan B. What a legend. Kazuki Odin's a legend. Wanted poster was printed. He has a bounty, but it's still unknown. Okay, saving it for the story. I like it. Kinemon has 2 deer swords named Kaku and Suki. No grade. Wow, no grade. Really, these got some just regular ass swords in his bag like that. Somebody, come on, you from a legendary sword, like your guy was like about to be the Shogun of Wano. He couldn't get you some better swords. I guess he treasures those. Kinemon likes food by his wife. Kiko used to wear a mask in order to restrain the kindness of her heart. Implies she didn't like fighting and drawing blood. Well, makes sense, and that's how she ended up dying. Kobe's story. So before 02, he joins the Navy, participates in Summer War, we know that, rescues Citizen Rocky Port incident, and then promoted after that, I'm guessing, and then ends up joining the classified special unit of Sword. One of the things that Randy Choi always pointed out about his sword theory is the connection of the Rocky Port incident, where you have Kobe and Law that are both involved. So could that could still, hint at it as like the initiator of this, but he wasn't in Sword already, so it wasn't like a pre-planned thing. It seems like whatever he did there kind of like prompted him to get into Sword, and of course promotion to captain, and then the rest we know his story. So that was Shinobu at 29. She was doing very well for herself. That's Otsuru at age 14. The police is here for people, bro. I know for a fact some people were simping for Tsuru. In Whitebeard's card, his memories of the Rocks Pirates are described as bitter/bad. Details Memory's bitter. We know they hate each other and fight all the time, but they also manage to stay together until the crew's destruction. Whitebeard's time on his crew was definitely prompted him to go and start his family. That's about it. Pretty big things though that we found out about this.